What if everything you thought you knew about aliens and ancient history and the hidden powers of the world is all backwards? The evidence is staring us right in the face, from Mesopotamian tablets and the Epic of Gilgamesh to eyewitness testimony in Congress today.
Energy things? What do you mean?
Well, they call them interdimensional beings. I think that they can actually operate through the time spaces that we currently have. And that's not something that I came up with on my own. That's based on stuff that we've seen. That's based on...
The Bible's been telling us the truth for thousands of years. These are not extraterrestrials. They are spiritual beings from another realm. Stick with me because what we're about to dive into here may challenge everything you believe. After the flood, the world was divided. Genesis 10, the table of nations lists exactly 70 nations descended from Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. That number isn't a coincidence. It mirrors what we see in the Ugaritic and Mesopotamian myths. 70 divine sons assigned over the nations. In Deuteronomy 32, 8-9, the oldest manuscripts tell us when the Most High gave to the nations their inheritance. When he divided mankind, he fixed the borders of the peoples according to the number of the sons of God. But the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob, his allotted heritage. The ancient pagan texts preserve a faint echo of this reality. The Ugaritic tablets describe El, their version of the high God, sitting among 70 sons in a divine council. Each son is assigned a nation to oversee, but in their stories, these sons are worshipped as gods themselves, Baal, Mot, Dagon, and Yam. And while these myths exalt them, the Bible strips away the veil. These were created beings given authority over nations, who ultimately rebelled. Psalm 82 confirms this. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. I said, you are gods, sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, like men, you shall die and fall like any prince. We see this counsel clearly in the book of Job as well. Job 1-6 says that now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. And again in Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. These verses reveal that the sons of God were actively moving in the heavenly realms, interacting with God, and even influencing the earth through their delegated authority. They were part of a divine council, yet some chose rebellion. This gives context to the flood, Babel, and the rebellion of Nimrod. The same spiritual hierarchy influencing humanity then is still at work today, albeit in a more deceptive interdimensional form. Even the flood story gets preserved in human memory. The Epic of Gilgamesh from around 2200 BC tells of Utnapishtim being warned by the gods to build a boat, but the vessel they describe as a giant coracle, a circular reed-covered raft. Why do you think that is? It's because they only had oral tradition, no written record, and yet even with the distortion, the story confirms a global flood. A chosen man saved, animals preserved. The Bible, however, gives exact details and facts. Noah's Ark was 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, a 6-to-1 ratio used in modern naval architecture. These are facts, not mythology. Nimrod fits into this cosmic story as a historical and spiritual figure. Genesis 10:8-10 calls him a mighty one before the Lord, where he became a mighty hunter. Extra-biblical sources reveal he was known as a vice-regent, implying someone greater than him was still physically here as a divine authority, one of the 70 sons of God. Nimrod built the Tower of Babel, not simply as architecture, but as rebellion against God, attempting to unite humanity under the dominion of a fallen divine being. God himself came down, confused the languages, and scattered the nations, fulfilling prophecy, imposing the borders outlined in Deuteronomy 32, and separating humanity according to divine order. Psalm 82 gives us insight into this spiritual governance behind history. These sons of God were given authority, yet they abused it. They enforced injustice, ruled through oppression, and demanded worship. And this is where Ephesians 6:12 becomes critical for understanding. For we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers and authorities and against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Emphasis on heavenly. Our battle is not with men. It is with these very spiritual powers that influence Nimrod, the nations, and now continue to operate in the world today under new disguises. This rebellion isn't ancient history. It's still alive today. These so-called aliens that the government hints at, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna has confirmed in a podcast that she and others have seen evidence proving these beings are interdimensional, not extraterrestrial. They're the same fallen sons of God that influenced the nations before Babel. Scripture also warns us about God's judgment and the hardening of hearts. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, not by his own stubbornness, but by God himself, Exodus 9:12, to demonstrate his supremacy over the spiritual forces behind earthly powers. In these last days, God will again allow hearts to be hardened. So those who reject truth and don't love the truth will fall for the strong delusion. Revelation 13 describes the culmination of this deception. The beast and the false prophet performing great signs, even making fire come down from heaven in front of people, deceiving the masses. The world will witness phenomena designed to captivate and mislead, echoing the same spirits that rebelled in ancient times, now masquerading as aliens or interdimensional saviors. History, prophecy, and modern testimony converge. The 70 nations of Genesis 10, the 70 sons of God in Ugaritic texts, the flood stories of Gilgamesh, Nimrod's rebellion at Babel, Job's divine counsel, and the alien deception of today all tell the same story. God established authority, beings rebelled, and humanity suffers the consequences today. The Bible reveals the truth. History preserves distorted memories. And today, the final act is unfolding. The man of sin will rise quietly in the Middle East, as Daniel 11 describes. While the world's attention is distracted by lights in the sky, those who are not anchored in Jesus Christ risk falling for the same deception Pharaoh fell for. But Jesus, the Son of the Most High, conquered death, defeated rebellion, and will reclaim the nations for his inheritance. Please don't be deceived, y'all. The ancient texts, the myths, the book of Job, and even modern testimonies all confirm the reality of the divine counsel and the sons of God. Stay rooted in Jesus Christ because he is the only anchor in the coming delusion, and it is coming soon. Like this and share and comment to help others see this truth before it's too late, and subscribe for more revelations about history, prophecy, and the days that we're living in. God bless y'all and your families. God bless these United States, and shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Maranatha.